Hello, everyone, and welcome to another review. I still do these every now and then. I am going to be reviewing season 1 of The Testament of Sister New Devil. I started watching it, and yeah, wow, okay. So, we're in a golden age of anime here. I just want to say this show came out in 2015. So we're in the golden age. We haven't been infected by all these tourists yet. And anime is doing what they want, which is that's why I'm here. I'm here to see what crazy nonsense we've got today. So great. Love that. All right. So the premise of Testament of Sister New Devil, if you've never heard of it, which I doubt, right, is a teenager, Basura, is just a high school student. His dad gets remarried suddenly, and Basura finds himself now with two stepsisters, right? Very important, two non-blood related stepsisters. It turns out that his new stepsisters, Mio and Maria, are more than meets the eye. Mio is in fact the daughter of the previous demon lord, and Maria is a succubus and is her half sister. And they try to get Basura to leave his house, but Basura fights back against their magic because Basura is actually part of the hero clan who fights the demons. Basura then finds out from his dad that his dad knew all along. His dad's also part of the hero clan. His dad is actually like a very, very strong member of the hero clan, and tells Basura that he knew from the very get-go whom Mio and Maria were, and he wants Basura to protect them. So Basura, he's like, going with his dad wishes. He decides that yes, he will protect Mio and Maria. Maria suggests that Mio and Basura form a contract, a master-servant contract. Why the hell you would go along with this? I got no clue. I'd say no immediately, but whatever. For plot, he went with it. Maria ended up doing the opposite. Instead of Mio being the master and Basura the servant, it was the other way around. And because Maria is a succubus, their contract is based on, well, sexual interactions. And we get a lot of those. So from there, it's now just Basura trying to protect Mio from being hunted by other demons. And there we go. That's the basic premise of the show. Along the way, of course, Basura meets people from the hero clan again, who are maybe they're after Mio because she's the demon princess type of thing. And that is the basic plot of the show. So this season had 12 episodes plus an OVA, which I did watch. The OVA is just like literally just an extra episode, really. Sometimes OVAs mean nothing, they're just bottle stuff, but this OVA, it had bottle stuff and was pretty funny for the most bit, but it does tease something we're going to go into season 2 with, I'm guessing. So yeah, Basura, let's get into the characters. He's got a past. We'll say that. He's got a past. His father, Jin, is the strongest hero in the village he lived in, and because of an accident that happened with Basura when he got his sword, because the heroes can have weapons and stuff they summon. Because when Basura got his sword, it caused a massive explosion and at the village and stuff. So the village got scared of him and were trying to quarantine him off. And Basura left the village with his dad. And Basura left behind all his friends from the village, who we meet a couple of them after. And Basura, at first, like I said, he's not too happy about having new stepsisters, but he goes to warm up to them. And then when he finds out who they are, then there's another dynamic, and then he starts to care for them. They, of course, don't act like step-siblings. They act like step-siblings in an anime, I guess, which is very sexual. Yeah. Wow, there's scenes in this show, I gotta say, where I'm like, am I watching a anime or am I watching a hentai? Because there's scenes in this show where I'm like, geez Louise, man, how did this how did you broadcast this? Right? Because this was broadcast on TV. On TV. This aired on freaking Tokyo MX. Like, TV Saitama. These aired on Japanese television. They aired this. I'm like, this is... How? How did you get away with this? Because Basra, in order to, build some of his strength with his connection with Mio, they gotta get down and dirty a bit. Basra, like, fondles her breasts. He freaking, like, rubs her thighs. Like, he, like, plays with her breasts all the time. I think he, like, sucked her tit at one point. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe that was okay. I mean, it's an ecchi anime, so, like, I expected there to be, like, lewd stuff, but I'm like, am I watching this on, like, the right site? I think this should have been on a different site, is what I really think. Basra, he's a strong dude as well. Alright, which is good. He's not overly overpowered, he does get beat up, and he does succumb to, like, certain mind manipulation and stuff like that. So he's not OP, but he's strong, which is nice. And he isn't afraid. There's times where they show he isn't afraid to go a bit into a more darker place to protect those he cares about, which is nice to see. I think he's a good character. I think he's fine. He is not stupid at times, which is great. He, like I said, he gets beaten, but he's not weak. He's still strong, and he overcomes a lot of stuff, but he isn't stupid as well. He, like, you can see where he, like, plans things out as well. It's like, it's nice. He's a well-balanced, nice character, and I want to get more about him, right? I want to know more about him. He's got a nice backstory. I want to know more about Basara. So that's good. Then we have Mio, who is the demon princess and the main girl for Basara. Her backstory is very sad, okay? So her father, the demon lord Wilbert, she grew up away from her father with some of the followers, like 2 of his followers, and they raised her as kind of like pretending to be her parents. And then one day, one of the generals, I believe is what he is, of the new demon lord, came and killed them right in front of her, brutally. And that's when her powers awoke, and then that's when Maria, who she thought was her cousin this whole time, revealed, actually, I'm a succubus, I'm actually your half-sister, and I'm gonna protect you. So, there we go. Mio has a nice, tragic backstory. She doesn't want to be, like, like a super, like, oh my god, I'm the demon lord, I'm gonna rule you all. She doesn't have that at all. She just kind of wants to live. She just kind of wants to live her life. Really, right? That's all she wants. She was a normal girl for most of her life, and then she's just kind of been thrust into this whole thing, and she has to deal with people who are after her power constantly. One of the things that is a thing for Mio is because of the pact she has with Basara. When she feels like, I believe they said when she feels treacherous thoughts or like jealous thoughts, a collar appears around her neck and she starts getting horny. And the only way to relieve it is for Basara to relieve her. Let's just put it that way. So that's crazy. Wow. Mio is typical anime girl in terms of design. She's got the red hair, thighs, hips, breasts. She is the ecchi girl wet dream, really, and I appreciate it. Then we have Maria, who is her half sister, is what they say, but that could not be right. I don't know. Maria she's kind of like the lolly of it. She's like in a child form for most of the show. They do show that she can age herself up, but she mainly stays in like a childlike form. She's the lolly for the show, and she's very much egging on Basara and Mio to get down and dirty. She herself gets into situations with Basara quite a lot. In the OVA, she put Mio into sleep, and she put out a camera, and she wanted to see what Mio's erotic dream was, and it was Mio getting, you know, is that having sex with Basra, pretty much. But she did it wrong, so Maria had to be Basra in that situation. It was fucking weird. Yeah, Maria has a very interesting development happens with Maria near the end of the season, which at first you're like, oh my god, fuck you, and then you're like, oh wait, I see why. Still fuck you, but I understand. And Maria is, like I said, she's the one who instigates a lot of these ecchi situations with Basra. Then we have Yuki, who is Basra's best friend from his hero tribe. She has arrived into, like, you know, into the city to keep an eye on Mio, right? She's been used to be an observer to spy on Mio, and she gets very jealous of Basra and Mio's connection. She very, very much is not afraid of the fact that she liked Basra. She shows him that. She's a more of like the straightforward, you know what I mean? Like, she's very much like the straightforward type of girl, where if she sees Basra and Mio do something, she will then do it, because it's like, well, it's only fair you do it to me type of thing. She also ends up in a contract with Basra, willingly, just to get horny with him. Crazy, dude. That is nuts. Get yourself a girl who's as dedicated to you as Yuki is to Basra. Let's say that. She has a great character where she doesn't want to get Basra involved with Mio, so she keeps telling Basra to step aside. Basra won't do that. She gets fed up with that. Eventually, she realizes how much they care for each other, and that Mio isn't that bad, and then she ends up becoming part of the harem that we've got going on here. Sweet. So that's your main cast. It's like those four is like the main cast. We get some others. We get Kurumi, who is Yuki's younger sister, and she doesn't like Basra. You know, because she, like the rest of the village, just remembers what happened when Basra had caused a big explosion. And, you know, she blames him, like, you didn't control yourself, what happened all those years ago, right? But she realizes how much of a nice guy he is, and how much he actually cares for her sister, and how much her sister cares for Basra. So I know she'll be a bigger character in later. But for season 1, she just had a small role. She is also voiced in English dub by Cindy Robinson, who is Amy Rose, and has been Amy Rose since what, Generations? When did Cindy Robinson first become Amy? Was it Generations? It was Free Riders. Okay, forgive me. It was Free Riders. Sorry, I try to forget Sonic Free Riders ever existed. So it's weird hearing her, because I'm like, this is just Amy. This is Amy sounding very sexual. Then we have Zest, she is like Zolgia, who's the guy who killed Mio's parents. She's his right hand, and she's very loyal to him for most part of it, but after, you know, the end of it, she ends up joining our group here. She leaves at the end of season 1. So I'm assuming we're gonna see her again. For what she was good. She plays the role of, like, you know, the devoted servant. She was envious of the fact that Basra, Mio, and all of them, like, care for each other with their, you know, their contracts. She kind of wishes that her master was as nice. But she's fine. She helps them at the end, you know? So cool. That is nice. And then we have Yahiro, who is, okay, so he is like the demon who was sent to take Mio at first, but he's defeated, and it's revealed he's actually a classmate of Basra's in disguise. He's got a great twist for why he hates Zolgia. A really good twist, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice twist. I like that. But he kind of becomes kind of like yes, he works for the demons, but he's also kind of the friendly demon who'll give him a heads up about this type of thing. They ask him for a favor every now and then. He's that type of guy. I kind of like him, so that's cool. That is cool. And we made a couple other people from Basra's village. Like, we have Takashi, who was Basra friend, but hates him for 5 years ago. We have Kyoichi is one of the hero tribe members who's there as well. We have his father Jin, who leaves on a quote-unquote work trip, but then by the end of the season, that you see what he's actually been doing during this work trip. Because remember, he was like the strongest hero in that tribe. He's played by Kirk Thornton, so Shadow the Hedgehog, and oh my god, I'm blanking on his name from Persona. Why? Igor. How could I forget? He also plays Igor. So, that's fun. Yeah, okay. That's Testament of Sister New Devil. Overall, guys, Season 1, liking it. I'm really liking it. This is a show you have to watch on your own, though, because god damn it, man, if you watch this show and someone else walks in, they're going to be like, what are you watching? And I'm like, I swear to you, I'm not on any, like, sketchy site, man. I'm just watching this on the normal ones. This was 2015. Please just don't call the cops. I'm liking it though. I like the story they got. I will not hide my gooningness from liking some of these lewd scenes. Maybe they're a bit moments where I'm like, whoa, brother, we're really going there. There's a scene where Basra pours syrup on Mio's breasts. Yes, that is a scene. I'm just like, the scenes get so lewd. I'm straight up like, you just haven't fucked her yet, Like, I'm like, wow, we just haven't got that far. They imply it in the OVA when Maria has Mio in her horny dream. She rubs a banana down her leg, so it's being implied. There we go. That's Testament of Sister New Devil. I like it. Season 1 I'll give it a strong 8 out of 10. Lewd scenes included. Let's go. So that's it. What did you guys, if you guys have seen Testament of Sister New Devil Season 1, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't, go watch it. It's ecchi though. If you don't like ecchi anime, this isn't for you. It's ecchi anime, but it's got a nice story, so go watch it. Just make sure you're alone, or if you're watching it with people in the house, you watch it on like a phone or a tablet, so you can very quickly just be like, nothing. I'm not doing anything. What do you mean? Huh? I'm not doing anything wrong. There you go. So there we go. That's it for me. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time when I review Season 2.